guys, welcome back. You are still tuned in to the Talk the Ting with Kim segment of Funtastic Fridays, and we're talking about basically male empowerment. We're highlighting the things that men go through that we probably don't acknowledge and we don't, give them grace for. Right about now, we just see man as bored as a wall,
Robot, tin man.
KOP Queen said, "I nearly make me burn up my rice. I'm so interested in this topic." And then Chevy said, "At the end of the day, I'm a human first, not a robot. I would say that it takes a real man to cry and actually show emotions." And I saw where KOP said that's true. So it's like she was agreeing with something we said earlier. But yeah, so right before the break, we were talking about even with the Russia versus Ukraine war, like men were expected to either stay back and fight or put as last priority of getting them to safety, because I don't know if that says that women and kids are more important. You know?
I mean, as I said, in that element, right? In that element, I think
that's chivalry.
I think it's chivalry.
Exactly.
And then the man will still pick up that as a choice. He say, "Listen, I want to protect my family." So that I would understand. It
never seemed like a choice, honestly. No. I was imagining the men, and I'm like, I'm sure some of the man on the one go up on the bus and I say, "Alright, I look bad."
Yeah, but
if we make a problem, I eat and all them money and stay, I'm going to stay back. That's literally it. And they're forced to make those decisions because it's expected of you to do that. So if you're not on board, you have to do it because you're going to look away because you're the only man with a 50 man. Want to say, "Yo, my life not important. We can't go up on bus too." But their life is valid.
Yeah, but that's as in, alright. It might not seem like a choice at that point because the man had to make a decision as a country. But at the end of the day, if you really think about it, and you say, "Boy, there's a threat or something affecting the family," the man would think to say, "I'm protecting my family." Even if the lady bad, and say, "Yo, listen, I want to go out there."
So how about sending the families together to safety? How about sending the families together to safety?
Well, so the whole point of going to safety, you need somebody to defend while the transportation takes them to safety.
So you had the soldiers defending.
Yeah.
Me, I thought it was a family man.
No, but as I'm saying, so the soldiers defending, but they didn't have enough people. They need more support. But I understand.
But you get what I'm trying to say.
Exactly. The family perspective of man there.
Yeah, because if me have my kids, I have my wife, me I go on
and then if the man is not there, and the woman is there with the child, the woman going to be now go say they go out, they go fight. The woman then takes her controlling power to say, "Alright, and me and the kids, let me go out there and protect my kids so that they can stay in safe." It's just a little order, but I think with the whole emotion and empowerment of men moves beyond that. Cause that's like a family decision.
That's okay, fine.
Yeah. My husband, future husband, you're not going.
and most women would have taken that stance. But do you also know that it's popularly believed, well, not even popularly believed, it's fact, men are also not believed when they share their stories of abuse. Okay. When they go police and report, say, woman beat me. They don't even do it because I've heard stories of men that do it and them get laughed to scorn. Oh, yeah, I mean, a woman beat you. Yo, come move from here. So is it that
the joke thing and go back home?
Exactly, and then because of that, they don't even report it.
True.
So we're here thinking, oh, men, the man them abusive, bad, and why them do so them hate women, but you do have men out there being abused and can't even say nothing about it because of how it's going to look.
Well, I want to know, say, football with the football.
Exactly. And that says something once again about the situation that we put men in. And then, so you will get abused physically, all the rights them basically smother.
Even sexual abuse as well. You have
and
men
sexual abuse.
That receive unwanted forwards from the ladies.
But then if you don't like it, then you must something else.
Brother, they tell me, say, "Girl, I touch you up, I just move like I..." Yeah.
Exactly.
We don't have no option, we just have to take it and, yeah.
So these are just a few of the many, because there's way more societal issues that men have faced, but we have neglected for generations and continue to neglect. And men are suffering as a result of this. Some of the repercussions of these issues are men not knowing how to deal with their emotions properly. So maybe we know whenever men get upset, them either drink, or them gone for a fast drive, then jump in the car and just drive, or them smoke, or them thump the wall, something, because they don't know how to speak about it. It has to be done, some action have to be done, because they weren't taught to tell mother for your mind. Why you feel that type of way? Why you have a problem? You have a problem? Like, they aren't taught that.
Can't
so if you check it out, men, exactly, so men are the norm that I see in every situation, whether in an argument or something, not staying at the house now, left the yard, you're gone party, bridging, you're gone, all kind of things that probably going to cause problems in your relationship or in your life because you don't know how to cope or express yourself.
We need a reprogramming school.
Exactly. That is what we need.
Even when probably now, say, I've hardly hear it. You know, probably, as you say, a lady asking a guy, you know, hey, tell me about what's on your mind. Usually, most of the time, I ask, you know, even general conversation, they ask a girl, so how's your day? Well, I'm going to do this, do that.
And the question is not asking.
The man, how was your day, you know? The man does have to leave it out.
Exactly. And probably have a whole heap of things that go on, but the avenue is not there, and no one seem like him just complain, you know.
And then when him start that, no boy, you just a chat. So.
Exactly, girl. That is what they do. And as Carty said, they just need to forget the ego and talk up. But Carty, that's easier said than done. You can't just forget something. You're trained, you're ingrained, and then even if it is that you veer away from it, society take a bash you. Yeah, soft scope. Yeah, man. You know, yeah, girl clown. That is what, for the men that do try, that is what they're greeted with.
But guys, as I said, give it a try though. Remember that, you know, if you do, you know, get some feedback, like if the girl is, you know, not interested or she say, I chat too much and them kind of thing, that kind of would be a sign for you to say, maybe she's not the one. You know, it's not that all women stay so. I would assume there are some good women out there who will be, 'cause if you're with a partner, and you can't communicate to them in a way to tell them how you feel, I think that's going to be a big part of the relationship where we have a fix, right? You know, one big part of the relationship that.
Agreed.
So, not to just say, boy, yo, me not about to share my feeling, because a woman not going to do me bad. Brother, if that's how you feel, one, that relationship then not going to go on.
Yeah, not meant to happen.
And then two, clearly that might be a little sign. I'm just guessing, might be a little sign that might not be the one. Might not, yeah?
So the worst part of all this is that over time, and this is fact, men have been made to feel like they are less than, and they have been made to feel like they don't deserve the things that women do. So in other words, well, let me use two examples that I want to talk about researching.
About yes or no?
So for example, when you think of, let's say, a couple that have an unexpected baby, right? If the woman says she's not ready for a child, it's her body, it's her. The man probably genuinely want that child and rear, but she's like, oh, I don't want it. She has an option.
Right.
And if she decides she don't want to pick it, then I just, man, have to work with it. Whether, you know? If a man genuinely tells a pregnant woman, you know, I'm not ready, and she say, well, I want to pick me, I'm going to have the pick me, right? And he genuinely said, I'm not ready to have a child. Then child come into the picture, him don't play the father role because the man did say I'm not ready. He's then bash, yeah, what this man, yeah, what this father. He's technically not given a choice when you think about it.
Well, yeah, that kind of
and
very
that's actually
tricky,
how
you know.
Society views it.
That kind of very tricky because as at the end of the day, she carry the baby, you know. So and like him can make she, you know, do the thing.
But that's the thing.
You know,
she's carrying
she
the baby,
has more control there.
She's carrying the baby, you know. But if you look at the concept,
right,
that's the reason why you
look
look
at. So when the baby comes now. Yeah, how will I deal with that now?
Because he genuinely said, just like how we can understand when a woman say, boy, I'm not ready.
Yeah.
And we understand that because we understand it takes a lot. Why we can't understand if a man say I'm not ready? Enough of them woman here wrong breed same way.
Yeah.
And then when them don't do what I'm supposed to do, what this man I say, I don't like them money and them dirty money. But you put him in that situation and you know the man never ready, but for some reason you think a man, a pitney, they're going to keep him or they're going to make him better or change him life.
A friend, an artist that say, what picking an old man again?
Yeah, but people still try.
Is that?
But people still try.
Listen,
it's an age-old thing. People still try to trap men with that.
In modern day society, and we had this conversation. Why we had this conversation was when they were talking about abortions, and the ad came out and said, if you wouldn't allow your child to adopt another child, why would you force a child to give birth to a child? And in that conversation it came out and I said, but it always takes two people. You have to realize that. I don't know for your example, there always, you have to consider the possibilities, like who you're going to sleep with, and then you talk to them, and if it's randoms,
no, man, you know, half of the people them you have half of the people them wanna consider who they must sleep with.
Yeah, but you have look a mistake. You might be the perfect person, and one night you say, boy.
Or it can be a one night stand. These things happen, but Even though you say it takes two to tango, in that scenario, it's not two people making that decision. If a woman decides, if she decides I want it, but I guess I fly high or fly low, she's saying you have to go play your role. It's not a choice. If she decides she don't want it and the man genuinely wants to be a father, well, I'm not ready. It's my body. It should be my choice. So either way, it's not a man's choice.
I forgot to get a family planner. So what is the man's option there?
Exactly.
Do we sign? What we sign? Where we sign?
Hold on, it's actually different when you're in a relation. If you're married, you're married already.
No,
but married different. That's a whole different dynamic.
In our committed relationship where it can be saying that he has a say. It can be your body, your choice.
So if he then says to the girl, "I'm not ready, so don't have that," then he's then bashed. He's then bashed for making such a decision. How dare you? It is her. So you right said the men always losing in any decision.
Grandmother always say, everywhere you turn, Maka juke you.
Exactly, and I think that is what. So that's what I'm trying to get at. It's a very sticky situation, and yes, it's the woman's right because it's her body as she carry the baby and all. But then when you look at it, the men sort of get the hard end because each of the decisions we discussed a while ago, the man get the hard end. If him want a picnic, guess what? I know your choice. If she said no, I know. If him don't want a picnic, well, guess what? Picnic there and if you do something about it, right? And then if you. Each of them is a different. It's like he still has to work with whatever.
Cause all right, one of the baddest things let me see where really show up that point that Kimmie is talking about right now, and it reached a lot of the celebrity people them, where even the woman them and for condom with dasher in a bathroom,
to try breathe
and
for
then
them.
I go come back and do ask these kind of tests
And then
say,
say, you're the father.
You're the father.
Exactly.
And the man say, but me never did have no relationship with you. And then court I can tell the man say he's
well, you are
to do that.
So you see that the men get the. So these are the things that I think we don't focus on.
I want to somewhat disagree with that because unfortunately, you live in a hookup culture. And it's very unfortunate because people don't value relationships anymore. So you have to be very careful. Even as a celebrity, you have to be very careful because even though in that sense where the lady went back for the condom and whatever, and she was burned and all sorts of foolishness because he had...
Oh, yeah, that's the Drake, sissy. Yeah, right. Drake tried to,
Right, but I'm saying you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful of who you're sleeping with. Again, come on, people. You have to be responsible.
Yeah, that is very
we've
tricky
been saying that in our previous shows,
Yeah, that
but
is very
we just
hard.
know the reality.
You know the reality nowadays.
We know the reality. People just don't business.
Because you'll have the angel with you today.
Yeah.
And I can guarantee the minute you say, boy, this not work out, that will be the devil. All right.
As KOP say, wicked people them there.
All right. And probably that's her whole intention, to be nice to you today and oh my gosh, we're going to marry 3 kids. And bam, you hear say child support needed for the 3-year-old where you never know about.
Actually, there's a judge.
Oh, I was going to say, so what you saying though before?
There's a nice black queen that I love to watch when she does her child support readings. She looks at both sides, so it's not, oh, you're a man, you have money, okay, pay child support. She looks at both sides. So she looks at the mother. There was this one case, the mother doesn't work. She has a $4,000 condo. She gets her nails done. And by the time she lists out her expenses, it's more than how much the man earns on a monthly basis. And the mother said, you know what? You're going to pay child support. You are paying child support, not this man. The man will contribute, but not at how much you wanted. She wanted $5,000 every week, and because she goes like, how am I going to feed the child? The judge says, sell your condo.
All right.
But that's the reality. So it leads back to men not having a choice because countless women have trapped men that way. That is them income. Them just breed for the man, and then when you play your part,
they like him have 2 cars right now for a hole.
They just do that, and then when you play your part, take it to court, and then you're their monthly income. It's a fact. It happens. People still doing it, and it shows once again that men sort of tied to not having a choice. And the second example I had was a video I remember seeing. No, something I watched, and it was a very simple question. The woman said, if you have 2 toddlers, one is a boy and one is a girl, and they're both in the street naked, who you covering first?
My boy child.
You say boy. Who you cover first?
Well,
Don't overthink it.
they'll
Like,
cover the
naturally.
Naturally a girl.
Right?
They'll cover the girl.
And that's what she was saying. I thought it was a very profound question. And she was saying that's a part of the problem we have in society. We place so much protection emphasis on our girls. And then when you look at it, you're hearing about young boys being raped, young boys being this, you're quicker to send your son go shop than your daughter. But then people still are going to target your son. You know, him go shop, then can kidnap him, then can touch him, all them something there. You're willing to leave him around strangers and family members. But your daughter, no, my daughter not stay with nobody. But we're not doing the same things to protect our men.
That's why I said my boy child, when he said that, there was this video, the lady said, was talking about it. He was raped at 4. Raped at 4. They sent him to school, and because you're at school, teachers, they give teachers permission to follow you to the bathroom, help you to change. And apparently he was well endowed as a child. And I'm not laughing, I promise. And the teacher molested that little boy. And I was so concerned because I'm like, what is in your psyche
for you to go do that?
As a female teacher, to do that to a 4-year-old child.
And that is the point. I see Carty said girl, she gonna cover the girl first, and KOP said covering both. Her body big. So I cover both of them. And then Chevy Dan said, well said Kim. So I use that example to show the issues that we have been doing for generations, and as such, once again, we're reaping what we are seeing in our society today. So we're gonna wrap it up now. So now that we understand why there is a need for men's empowerment, why we need to give the men more attention, and some of the ongoing issues that men face are now brought to our attention, it's time to think about and suggest solutions to these problems. The very first and probably the most major change we need to make in society is to change the belief that women are more important than men. That's the first thing.
Sound rough when you say it like that, King.
Not to cut you. But this, you know, when we talk about equality, equality right across, not just for women, but equality for men.
And that's what we're not fighting for. As I say, you have women fighting for women, you have men fighting for women. Who will fight for the man them? Nobody not fight for the man them. The men are expected to figure it out. Y'all are men, you know? You're not supposed to have no stress on me, you can have to help you with your man. That's sort of how we deal with it. So we need to change the concept, the idea that women are more important than men. KOP said that's true. Same thing you do for girls, you do for boys. And KOP said exactly, right? The truth is that no gender is more important than the other. Each gender is vital to our society, and we were created to complement each other. And if you're going to use the excuse of women being able to procreate, meaning they are more important, then you need to remember that women cannot procreate without men.
Exactly. So that's
So I show you once again, none important. If you have a bag of woman on the earth, oh yeah, procreate.
It's gonna be a long
You could have wombs on wombs available. How are you going to procreate? And in the same way, if you have a bag of man on earth, no procreation will go on. So I say all that to say
dark night.
So I say all that to say we cannot keep placing such priority on women. Oh, women are this and they nurture the world and we are the saviors, all in all.
Well,
but then the men are very vital, and I think because we haven't been placing that importance on men just take the back burner and they say, no, I'm fine. Everything about women, we'll protect, we'll provide, we'll take care of. We know that's important, and that is bad.
As I said, there's an element when it comes to the whole, as I say, reproduction and thing, you know. Because if you look on, let's say, an apocalyptic world, you say, boy, 10 people left in the population.
Well, like KOP say, women, them are going to turn scientists and make sperm.
Some weird thing going to
create something.
But imagine an apocalyptic world. Right, 10 people left in the world, or let's say 3 people left in the world. It's probably gonna work out better when it's 2 women and 1 guy to say repopulate.
No, but at least there's still a woman and a guy somewhere in the mix. But if you have all women,
say, leave the lady so we can bring forth and multiply.
But it just shows that you still need men in the mix. So we're still not placing
That's
the
why
priority on men, and men are
The
needed.
president, him stay at home. And he
Right?
Him will volunteer for himself. I'll stay back and keep the women company. But yeah, man, it's very rough. Because as you say, at the end of the day, the man them.
Just as important.
Basically, we are going to be called the same very thing they complain about us when we do nothing.
Exactly.
We are just sperm donors.
You are just sperm donors.
That is how you guys are treating us.
Right? So, men's empowerment is a movement that's, well, first of all, I should say, I just missed something. It's important to note that the empowerment of men is not about giving men more power or more control or further encouraging a patriarchal society. Come none of women out there say, but the man them have all these things are the way I empower them for. That is not what men empowerment is about. Men's empowerment is a movement that strives to teach men how to be better versions of themselves. This movement is about helping men understand how to take care of themselves and use their privilege for good. Because we know there's a male privilege. We're not denying it. But if we teach them the right things, they can use it to do so much more. They can achieve so much more. So we're going to teach them how to use their privilege for good. It's about teaching them how to use their power for good instead of using it against others. And it's about teaching them how to be accountable for their actions and look after themselves mentally and physically. Because enough of women out there, we're going to be very honest, if woman never exists, you would never take care of, you know, go doctor, you know, eat, you know, bathe, you know, do a bag of things, right?
Drape me up.
So we need to teach men as well to take care of themselves.
Why me I like him some hey.
Where's the shots fired?
No, well, I really shot fire fully, you know, but me see my fellow brother them out there, man, and me I say, Jano, me see I saw Western Union line, she saw slippers, and me I tell her, toenail pass the slippers front, man. And me I say, this brother, I don't see this, and nobody in the female household can tell him, say, yo, nail clip, brother. Me know, I saw the back row, me know. People, guys, brother.
We need to start. You need to start to care of
the man now set up one side now on the edge, start clip him nail. Oh, but I move, sir. Girl,
yeah.
What that? What you do?
Exactly. So he can't win.
He can't win.
He cannot win.
The dog told you, I can't do.
Exactly. So, without our efforts to break the stereotypes that have been perpetuated for years, men will continue to be seen as brutish, unfeeling beasts.
Cavemen.
Their ability to care for others and society will remain in question until we recognize the role they play in the world. So, men's empowerment is much needed now. It's something that strong men and successful men, they really do need it. Men's empowerment is a positive, worthwhile movement that can help men face their challenges more directly, acquire more skills and knowledge, and result in the accomplishment of goals. So ultimately, men's empowerment enhances self-image and increases men's belief in themselves as worthy individuals who can make a difference. So, guys, when I agree, when I disagree, one of us, because I'm try to drop a whole heap of gems only for education another one year, you know, so we can really get to thinking. And because I mean, I feel like I've been guilty along the way, just expecting that, oh, you know, if any me have lizard in my house, me I call him. What if him afraid of lizard? He can't afraid of lizard too. Right? He can't afraid of cockroach. Just like how humans have fears. Men are humans. They can have fears. And then God forbid him afraid of cockroach, you're gonna done him. Yeah, soft soap, or if afraid of, you know? Why is that? I have a brother, his relationship with his ex, I did love how they did it. She was afraid of lizard and in afraid of cockroach, so each of them had the responsibility of just, you know, killing it for the other person. And that made sense. It was not bashing nothing, it was not, or if enough, you know, she just alright, fine, guess what, I'm afraid of that now, so if anyone that they both, me have it. And once the next one they both, guess what, all you, because and that's fine, because guess what? We are allowed to have fears. Men are allowed to have fears.
That's why I was thinking about this earlier, and I never realized that it even related to the topic. Because I'm thinking, guys and ladies out there, when I find partner, you know, compatibility is good, you know, but you also want to find compliments as well.
Yes.
You get me?
So if you can cook, find somebody who can cook.
Yeah, find a little match, a little balance. Because trust me, it's rough when the two of us stranded out there. As Kim said, two one road should I out to the outside and live at that tent.
Exactly.
You get what I say?
Well-
Just find out a little bit more about the person and see where you complement each other, where you're weak. You find somebody
And
who can be
that
strong
Can't give
there.
no insect.
We just a week together, so like, no sir.
But that's what partnerships are supposed to be. That's
Yeah.
where opposite. That's where
Yeah.
men have certain strengths, women have certain
Right.
strengths. I think men are better doers. Women are better idea. We have idea, but we're probably not
thinkers.
great on implementing it because we have all these ideas. We're
And thinking a lot.
bombarded, you know. So we have all of that. But then a man will say, all right, guess what? Make a focus on that one, yeah. What you think about this? And him help you to narrow it down. That is where the complementing each other comes in.
Right.
When you can't live something, you might go do that. But then guess what? You might literally can do the hard work, the heavy lifting, but then you can decorate the
Here
place.
it
The
goes.
place are gonna look
He
good.
can
when
lift
you
up the bed, but he realize so when he man move the bed, he can't go through the door. Ladies not
And
coming
you
and
work
say,
out the mat.
spin it so.
Exactly.
And then they say, oh.
Exactly. So we're created to complement each other. That is why I've been saying for the longest time, we need to stop bash each other and fight each other.
And stop look for yourself. Guys, you did it and but I tell you say, oh, you afraid of me afraid of rat too. Yeah. No. Compliment each other as well, so that way you know you.
Yes,
There
and
is no compliment in me when it comes down to them insects there.
and that's fine. You just find a
I
man
am
when
sorry.
afraid of no insect. That's your compliment.
Yeah, that's you now.
You afraid
So
of insects,
first
but
off
you
the
not afraid
bat,
of nothing.
First date or you stay with insects.
Any of them. I'm saying which one? I say all of them.
Yeah.
And then you
If you
figure
see him
out.
past 3 seconds, I know him.
I know him that.
I'm not think about which one him can deal with. I know.
Which one?
Yeah.
I am not there for you in none of them.
Exactly. And then that
But
is
ants.
that's a deal breaker. So KOP Queen said agree with everything. Chevy Dan said agree. KOP said so it go. Carter said Lionel, you couldn't find another example other than cook.
No, I never. I think Kimmie said.
I mean he said right? And Carter said you have to defend him food. She said you have to defend him food.
Yeah, I never really said because I was avoiding
Yeah, I was
that
the one that was saying
Because I know that's always a one.
stereotypical. It's
But
stereotypical.
remember, Kimmie didn't say who cooks, you know.
Yeah, just
so
like
suppose
one
if the woman
can cook.
she needs
Then,
to find.
yeah.
It would be good. She don't need to stay, but it would be good if she can find a guy that cooks.
Exactly.
Because that would make the relationship a bit balanced.
I can cook noodles and ramen.
All right, so Jada said, guys out there, she got the noodles and the ramen lock.
So guess what?
You deal with the rest.
No, you deal with the meat and she you deal
The
with the
noodles
chicken.
all week.
And so she cook noodles every evening and you do different meat options, you know? But we say all that to say, guys, we really do have a major issue in our society. Our men need more attention, it needs more work, and it starts from childhood stages. So we need for people who have kids now, try make changes in your own son, because you never know, we will benefit from it in the future. All right, so guys, I see that we're out of time. Gotta say good evening, sayonara, have a good night, stay safe, hope y'all enjoy the conversation, and I look forward to talking to y'all next week. Big up on yourself, stay safe, big up all the UA graduates, I see y'all, big up on yourselves.
Hold on. Special shout out to my friends. I'm gonna big up Jody. I'm gonna big up Giovanni Jones.
All right, hold on, let me give them the name again. Jody.
Yeah, cause nobody
Jody.
can hear.
No, don't do me that. I'm sure they're
Time to run out, time to run out.
Jody, Giovanni Jones, and O'Shane Morrison. I am so proud of y'all. Y'all did well. Congrats on your degrees.
Okay. And Curtis says, stay safe all, and KOP said bye. Have a good night, guys. Stay
take
safe.
care. Have a safe weekend.
See y'all next week.
Friday. Back again. Congrats to our winners
Yes.
in the Riddle Mania competition, people. Go out and enjoy yourself.
Man can't tell about hard life. I'm doing okay, doing alright.